Hi, guys. Good afternoon. My name is Amy Gill, your pharmacist that cares. Today, I want to talk about a word that we really need to omit from our everyday language, and that's the word try. So I've entitled this Don't Try, Commit. Commit to whatever you are doing. And you think, oh, boy, how much do I use the word try? Well, let me give you some examples and maybe why we shouldn't use the word try. Let's say you're going to have a party and a friend of yours says, I'll try to make it. Do you think they're going to show up? 99% of the time, they will not show up. But instead of just saying, no, I'm not going to be able to make it, or saying, yes, I'm going to be able to make it, they'll use the word try. But like I said, think back to those times, or maybe when you said, I'll try to be there. Do you usually show up? Probably not. So there is a way that try really doesn't have that good connotation. What if you say, I'm going to try to exercise? Do you think you're going to exercise? No, because you didn't commit to it. You have to commit to it. When you are going to do something, either say yes or say no. But if you are going to do it, be all in. So if you were going to exercise, set aside that time. Put it on your calendar. Set your alarm on your phone, whatever it is. But commit. Find somebody to hold you accountable. Do it with them. But just commit to doing it. Same thing when we're talking about eating healthy. Oh, I'll try to meal prep. I'll try to shop the perimeter of the store. I'll try to do all these things. No. Again, it just doesn't. Does that ring like you're going to do this? No, it doesn't. What about, let's for example, let's say you've got one of your little kids, right? Like, oh, will you just try a bite of this? Or you yourself will say, okay, I'll try that. Okay, either you're going to pick up the fork or you're not going to pick up the fork. There isn't a try to this, okay? You might not like what you're putting in your mouth. You might not like the new food, but you're either going to try it or you're either going to put it in your mouth or you're not. There is no trying to lifting your hand and putting that fork in your mouth. See how silly the word try is? Okay, another example. Let's say it's your kids and it's homework time. Oh, I'll try to get my homework done. How well do you think that's going to go over at school? You are not going to try to get your homework done. You are going to get your homework done. Or if it's your work for the office or whatever it is, you are going to do it. So why do we use this filler word of try? Again, does that have a good connotation? No, you are going to do it. So be all in. Don't do something. So say, yes, I'm going to get my homework done. Yes, I'm going to get my housework done. Yes, I'm going to get my work done for the office. But say commit and say you're going to do it. Another reason it's kind of silly. Oh, I'll try to call you later on. Okay, either you're going to pick up the phone or you're not going to pick up the phone. There's no trying to it. Again, don't do anything. Say, I will call you later this afternoon, and then do it. Or say, I don't think I'm going to have time. I won't be able to call you. But don't use the word try. It just really has no place in most of our everyday life. It doesn't make sense. Here's an example. Let's say you've been doing all stuff around the house. It's time to go to bed. You say, oh, I'm going to try to go to sleep. What do you think is going to happen? You are going to be sitting there staring at the ceiling, or you're going to get a book, or you're going to turn on the TV, or heaven forbid, you're going to grab your phone, which isn't going to help either, and you're going to scroll because you said, I'm going to try to go to sleep. So in your mind, you've already put that, it's probably not going to happen. Just say, it's time to go to bed. I'm going to go to sleep. Shut the light off, go to bed, be done. Read a chapter of a book, whatever you want to do. But there's no trying about it because your mind is going to hear that. And guess what? You're going to be staring at the ceiling, not sleeping. I hear people say things like, I'm going to try to be a good parent. No, you are going to be a good parent, right? You have that mindset. You are going to do this. You're going to give it 100%. As parents, do we make mistakes? Absolutely. But it doesn't mean we're not going to give it 100% every time, every day, every minute of the day with our children. So there's no trying about it. We are going to give it 100%. Are we always going to hit it? No, we're not always going to hit that perfection, no matter what we're looking for. Are we always going to hit that goal in work? Not always. But guess what? If you reach for this goal, you're going to be better than what you are right now. So reach for it. Don't say you're going to try to do it. Say, I'm going to hit this goal. No matter how long it takes, I'm going to do this. What if your child said this at school? I'm going to try to do well on the test. I'm going to try to be a good student. No, when you get out of the car, you are going to be the best you are every day. Every second you are in school, you're going to give it 100%. Because like I've said before, how you do anything is how you do everything. You want to give everything 100%. That is how you have to be. You have to be 100% committed to everything you do, whether it's your health, your exercise, your children, your family, your relationships, all these things. Give it 100%. Like I said, keep reaching for that goal. You will be much better than what you are right now. Do we hit obstacles in the road? All the time. You have to prepare for impact. You never know what's going to happen. But if you are 100% in, you are going, and you have that right attitude, you're going to be okay. You're going to be ready when those things happen, and you're going to react better. Let me give you an example of impact and maybe a way not to react. Let's say you're coming home from a trip. You're traveling in Europe and you get on the airplane. Great. We're supposed to be home. We're supposed to land at, 7 p.m. in St. Louis, right? Now, guess what? There's, some sort of trouble on the plane. There's always trouble on the plane, right? You're sitting there for an hour. You're sitting there. Are you just going to give up because there's trouble and say, guess I'm going to go back and I guess I'm just going to buy an apartment and stay here, whatever town in Europe you are? You're not going to try to get home because this obstacle came, right? That try is coming out. No, it's an obstacle. Might be not really so much of an impact, but it's an obstacle in your way. But you know what? There's ways to figure it out. You're not just going to give up. And that's the way you need to look at life. There are going to be obstacles thrown in your way. Let's say you had your exercise, you're supposed to be working out at 2:00. Okay, you get a phone call from the school, your child's sick at 1:45. Okay, that's an obstacle that's going to come in the way. But it doesn't mean you can't still find a way to get your child, get them home, take care of them, and then find a time still, whether it's at 10:00 at night, to still get those workouts in. You have to find ways around these obstacles that are thrown in our everyday life because they are going to happen. So what would your life look like if you stayed doing what you're doing right now? If you did not put forth that effort to work on your health, to exercise, to eat better, to work on your mindset, where are you going to be a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now? Are you going to be able to get on and off the floor, play with your kids and your grandkids? Are you going to be able to go hiking and biking and go to the amusement parks and all those things that you might enjoy doing with your family? No. But let's think of a different scenario. What if you took that first step today and you said, I'm going to commit to exercising 20 to 30 minutes every day? What if you took that first step to saying, I'm going to commit to eating healthier and I'm going to start today. I'm going to start meal prepping. I'm going to get my family involved with me and we are going to start this today. Let's go down that road instead. Where are you going to be a year from now or 5 years from now? Think about how much healthier you are going to be because those little steps of the 20 to 30 minutes of exercise, the eating healthy, what is that going to do? It's going to compound over time. And you are going to feel better and you will be ultimately happier and healthier and hopefully staying away from me at the pharmacy because you don't want to see me there. I know you don't. So why don't we start today owning our life and realizing we can change things? We are responsible for so much of what happens to ourselves. So it's time to start taking that responsibility. It's time to commit. It is time to throw out the word try, because it has no place in this. You are not going to try to get healthy. You are going to get healthy, but you have to start today. It starts now, not tomorrow, not, the weekend starts tomorrow. I'll wait till Monday. No, if you put it off even another day, it's going to be a month and another month and a year. And then where are you going to be? Do you have time to get sick? Absolutely not. So if we don't take time for our health now, you are sure not going to be able to handle this when impact happens and you do get sick and your body can't handle what has happened because you haven't been taking care of it. You've been abusing it day after day after day, not eating healthy, not exercise, not feeding your mind with the right thoughts. So it is time to stop doing that and commit. One of my friends, she texted me the other day. She had these huge goals and I loved it. Her message was all in caps and it said, let's go. I was so excited, even just reading just that little thing. It said, let's go. And I'm like, yes, let's go. What if she texted me, let's try? How does that sound? Not so good. So we all have those big goals. So let's go. Let's go be healthy. Let's commit to this. We have one life. We have one body. We need to take care of it, because if we don't take care of it, what's going to happen when that impact happens? I don't want to see you at the pharmacy. I'm going to say that again. So please reach out to me. I would love to show you guys just how these little impacts can help. I have a Facebook group, Healthy Living with Amy Gill. I would love to show you just those little tips, these little exercises, things you can do at home that you can do every day, each and every day, because consistency breeds success. And we have to be consistent and committed to our health and wellness. Thank you guys so much for listening. My name is Amy Gill, your pharmacist that cares.